Good afternoon. This is Professor On Point, and today I'm going to talk briefly about something that I heard that is of concern to me. Now, this is in relation to schools opening up this fall during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, I live in the state of Ohio, and as of March 13th, our governor decided that he would shut down all public schools in the state of Ohio because the COVID 19 was spreading at a rapid rate. During that time, many people got together and to determine and decide what would be the best uh, option for students to complete their studies as well as graduate on time. And many schools were issued computers for their students so that they can complete their work and graduate on time. So many children received free laptops and probably iPads so that they can obtain these goals. Um, One study came out after these computers were issued that students were not logging on to their classes and they were not accounted for. And that was pretty challenging, trying to educate your student at home. For some, especially if you didn't have the computer or an internet, should I say, um, perhaps you did not even have the resources to help your child. Nonetheless, students across the country did not log on between March and June to complete their studies. And I'm sure many people didn't graduate as well. Something else came to my attention. It was told to me that there are even people who are pawning, going to the pawn shop and pawning free computers that were issued to their children in order for them to learn and to succeed. Um, that disturbed me because it seems that people are not valuing or placing value in education. Um, During the late 1800s and early 1900s, when slavery ended in America, it was very important for people to educate their children. Uh, People wanted their children to learn how to read, how to write, because education was freedom. And many African Americans knew that education was freedom, and they would sacrifice everything so that their children can become educated. And because that spirit is lost, I am concerned with the future. Now, I want to address one major thing that I think people didn't consider if you did pawn your computer that was issued to your student so that they can continue their education is those computers are tracked. They have tracking numbers. They probably, once your fingers touch them, was able to send some type of vibrations toward the source of where they came from. So don't be surprised if you receive a knock on the door, phone call, because you didn't get your student's computer back on time. It's like a library book. You know, back in the day, if you didn't return your library book, even today, you will have a fine. You can't just hold on to someone's property. So keep that in mind if you're even considering pawning your child's computer. But I also want to stress that many people don't realize that that free resource, having a computer, you can actually launch a business, a website, a podcast right from your computer. These are the tools that are necessary to compete in the 21st century. You are actually pawning away your children's future by not allowing them to delve into the resources that are given to them. I'm going to close with education is freedom. We live in the 21st century. Your children are your meal tickets. You have to invest in your children. Our ancestors invested a lot so that we could be free today to do what we want to do. Don't throw that opportunity away. Educating your children is your responsibility, and our community as well. So it's a few words from Professor on Point, encouraging you to get on that computer and launch a business today. Ciao for now.